To this story now, a Free State High Court judge will find himself on the wrong side of the bench next month. He's charged with theft, money laundering and contempt of court. It relates to a fraudulent road accident fund claim made while he was still an attorney. It was made on behalf of a 6-year-old child. Let's get more details now from Hawks spokesperson Thandi Mbabu. Thank you so much, Brigadier, for your time this morning. A very good morning to you. Let's talk a little bit about this High Court, Free State High Court judge. These allegations are very serious, including having that J175 actually issued against him. But talk to us a little bit about what he is accused of at this moment.
Good morning and good morning to your viewers. What the judge is accused of is that during the year 2020, there was a claim that was lodged through the Road Accident Fund on behalf of a 6-year-old child who was involved in an accident. At the time, as you correctly indicated, the judge was still serving as an attorney. So there was an amount that was paid, and he was ordered by the court that he should open a trust fund on behalf of the victim. So as then when the judge was now appointed as a judge, he handed over the file of the client to the second attorney, who's also an accused in this matter. But then it emerged that second attorney also misappropriated the funds that were handed over to him, which were over 1.2 million. So during his trial, that is the trial of this second attorney, it emerged that the amount that was actually paid by a road accident fund was more than what was handed over to the second attorney. That's where now it probed further investigation by the Hawks Serious Commercial Crime Investigation Team. Then during this investigation now, it was discovered that the road accident fund had actually paid an amount that was over 3 million to the judge at the time when he was still serving as an attorney. That's when now, at the finalization of the investigation, the docket was taken to the DPP for decision, who then decided that the J175 summon should be issued to the judge for him to appear in the court of law.
So let's get this straight. Over 3 million rand was paid over by the Road Accident Fund. How much did the victim, the 6-year-old little girl who was involved in an accident, actually receive?
At this stage, what the victim actually received at first was the amount of 92,000, and then at the later stage, when a claim or a complaint was lodged, he received a further 1 million. So what emerged during investigation, that was the actual amount that was misappropriated from the victim was over 2.5 million.
Sheesh. You know what, Brigadier? The sad part is this individual was a sitting high court judge, right? And if you are able to be a stealing or corrupt attorney, by the time you get to sit at the bench as a judge, I can only imagine the type of cases you've presided over, but the conduct within which you've held yourself to. If you did not practice any form of integrity and that level of thievery whilst a practicing attorney, can you imagine what he's done as a judge?
Indeed, it is sad to think that that is the person that is entrusted to enforce the law. But we're hoping that through this, the court can take the right decision and ensure that at least the victim and those others maybe that have been dealt with incorrectly can at least get justice.
Help us understand how justice will materialize and look like. First of all, how come we cannot know the Free State High Court judge at the moment?
At the moment, because now the judge hasn't appeared in court, that is why we cannot know who he is until he has appeared on the 9th of March this year. It is only that we will be able to reveal who he actually is.
Does that not then set some kind of, and cast some kind of a spotlight on all cases that he's presided over? As I said, if the integrity of the judge is questionable, and clearly here he's linked to very nefarious, corrupt activities. So therefore, as he presided over cases in the High Court, Free State High Court for that matter, does it not then bring into question all the cases that he presided over, the judgments that he's actually ruled, how he's ruled in certain cases? Because as I said again, if your integrity is questioned and your activities are questionable, that means everything you've presided over, even in that position, then gets to almost be looked at as in fine print. So anybody that is sent to jail, they can come back and say, hold on a second, this judge was corrupt.
We believe the matter has been handed over to the Judicial Commission, who were also informed of this matter. So we believe that they will take the matter forward to check all those issues that you've already raised, to check the integrity in all the cases that maybe he presided on and the cases that he took over as an attorney. So from the commission, maybe then they will know and have a way forward.
In terms of a way forward now for this this little girl, the 6-year-old girl, or 6 at the time, Brigadier, what happens then? I know that your area is to make sure that you spot the illegal activities and you try to perhaps assist in justice being served. But a gross injustice was done to this little girl. Do we know if she's able to recoup the money? Do we know that if she's able to get that 3 million that RAF paid over to her? Because RAF will say, we paid the money. The real issue here is with the people that were supposed to disseminate the money and chose to have it for themselves. Is there any way that she will be able to see the funds?
We believe and hope that she will be able to see the funds through the court of law. Experience has taught us with other cases that were similar to this one that we had to deal with as the Hawks, that at the end of the case, you'll find that at some stage the court will rule that the accused should pay back the amount to the victim. So we're hoping that even in this case, at the end of the investigation or at the end of the trial, the court will be able to retrieve the money back so that it can be paid to the victim.
How common are these cases?
These cases are very common. We had a lot of cases where you find that claims that have been issued or that through the road accident funds are misappropriated either by the lawyers, or most of the time you find that the relatives, they lodged fraudulent claims to the road accident fund, and in most of them there were a number of arrests that were made. We had one other case in Gauteng the previous weeks where also the grandparent tried to lodge a claim through road accident fund, indicating that the mother has passed on, only to find that the mother of the victim is still alive. Sure. So the woman was also arrested. We had other incidents in Eastern Cape where also attorneys were also brought before the court of law because they also misappropriated the funds of the victims that were paid through road accident fund.
Yeah, something is very wrong because the problem with this, these are, especially when it comes to the attorneys, civil society, we can understand why there's corruption, not accept it, but you almost understand it. But when those that have chosen to uphold the law are the ones that are breaking the laws themselves, then what kind of accountability are they going to administer over South Africa at large?
Indeed, it's really worrying. Hence, we're hoping and we have given everything to the court of law after investigation was finalized to see that at the end, justice will be served not only for the victim, but for the rest of South Africa.
Yeah, I'm hoping that after the 9th of March, at least we'll know who this High Court judge, Free State High Court judge is, who during his tenure as an attorney decided to steal money from a 6-year-old girl. Seems absolutely bogus to even speak of. Thank you so much for your time this morning, Brigadier. Hawks National Spokesperson Brigadier Thandi Mbambo on the charges laid against a Free State High Court judge. Well.